Hey, how's it going? It is Grace and Glory here, taking a look at the Direct from last month. Now, I took a look just because I wanted to see if Falcon still has his bad recovery issue, because I know he uses up B here. If he still pokes through the ledge and gets hit by anything and everything. So I took a look and I slowed it down and I noticed something interesting. Right, so let's play it ahead a little bit. Falcon gets juggled, has life, and then he recovers. Now, something's interesting here. Back it up just a little bit. Unfortunately, we do have the mom scream thing here, so that does get in our way just a little bit. But you can see what I'm talking about. He starts to recover down here in the corner. Falcon dive, Falcon dive, Falcon dive, and the animation changes. See, he starts sticking his arm and his leg out. That's when he starts snapping the ledge. There. So that's frame 1 of his ledge snapping animation. Frame 2 of his ledge snap animation. And frame 3. And then, only then, on frame 4 does he have the little animation, little flash here for when he does snap the ledge. This looks like we might be dealing with a 3-frame situation instead of 2-frame. And to back this up, I took a look at a bunch of other instances where characters were snapping onto ledge, and here's what we found. Back here at 9 minutes 19 seconds, we have Ganon, recovers up here. So take a look at what happens. That was his double jump, there's his little rings, and he's facing the wrong way, so he's facing opposite the ledge. So his double jump brings him up close enough to where he does start to snap it, which makes it really obvious when he goes into his ledge grab animation. Right here. Frame 1, frame 2, frame 3, and frame 4. Only on frame 4 does the little flash appear again. So again, there's 3 frames of potential vulnerability here. And this happens again at 10:26. We have Lucario. So in this clip, the platform rises up, he ends up falling through it, and let's take a little slow here. Not that slow. There we go. Okay, so the platform rises up, Lucario platform drops through it, upside down, and then he's like, oh snap, there's a ledge here. So frame 1, frame 2, frame 3, frame 4. The flash happens here only on frame 4 because he recovered. Now, there's something else interesting that happens here. In a couple other examples, for example, we have Pikachu over here at 9 minutes 30 seconds on Brinstar. Side Bs to this and then recovers. Now, in this example, there are he grabs the ledge in 2 frames. Now look, he's above the ledge this entire time. Above, 1, 2, snap with the flash. He's still in the skull bash animation here. Then 1, 2, snap. But this also happens a little bit later with Zelda. So what happened here is he was above the ledge, only had 2 frames. And Zelda over here on, where was it, 10:45. Zelda, foreign, it's the back throw, Zelda falls, and boom. Now, taking a look at it, she's in free fall, continues down, slowly. There we go. That's too far. Okay, so here she is in free fall, upside down, and then 1 frame, 2 frames, pop, there's the flash. And this was her previous animation, 1, 2, flash. So she was, it's hard to call, but she was more or less above the ledge there. She was falling from hit stun. So she, by all means, should have magnet hands that ledge there, possibly from above. That was the only commonality I could find between Zelda and Pikachu, both having 2 frames of ledge grab, whereas Falcon, Ganon, and Lucario were clearly below the ledge when it happened, and then they snapped on the ledge. There were 2 bits of outlying data, just completely didn't fit the theory at all, but they're a little janky. Where was it? Meta Knight on 9 minutes 8 seconds.
Me to introduce some of the stages we haven't shown before.
There. Alright, it grabs the ledge there. Now the problem with the Meta Knight data is that
we haven't shown before.
He's approaching it from this side, so his wing covers up everything that we need to see. He doesn't necessarily disprove anything, but he doesn't really benefit this either. So here he goes. Falling animation, falling animation, falling animation. Different animation. So he's falling, watch this wing, this changes. That's 1 frame, 2 frames, 3 frames, and I don't see a flash there on his hand. Now, he was clearly falling from above the ledge, but he didn't have the flash here. He might have the flash here, but the wing is covering it and it's hard to tell. So, the thing is with Meta Knight, we don't know if he's maybe starting a special. Like he might, doing the side B auto snap to ledge. I'm really not sure, because it kind of revs up a little bit. There's more of an impact there. So that didn't quite fit the theory, but I don't know if maybe he did the side special to try to connect to it, or what, because it doesn't really fit. It really doesn't. But again, Meta Knight wasn't in the demo build either, but neither was Falcon. So there's a bit of it's an outlier. It's an outlier. And down here at 13 minutes and 4 seconds, we have Daisy, and things are going kind of wild because it's talking about the screen transitions. So the footage is a little bit sped up here, but then it returns. So okay, it's partly obscured by the smoke trail coming off of Greninja. But she has just double jumped up to this flat, facing the other way, so we can see when she starts snapping. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the flash. It's hard to see because of the smoke trail coming off of Greninja, but there is the flash right there. Again, this is weird data because she was falling from above the platform, and it still took the 3 frames. Now, my best guess so far is that possibly due to the way that magnet hands work, then maybe it's not registering that they can grab the ledge. Maybe that ledge collision box is placed too high for them because they're still in development. But it happened for Falcon too. I'm not really sure, but the fact that the Ganon, Falcon, and Lucario all had really similar situations. Same for Pika and Zelda. They had very consistent situations. Meta Knight and Daisy are kind of throwing off the theory, but what I have to work with so far is if you recover above a ledge, you get a 2-frame snap to ledge. May or may not be vulnerable, I'm not sure. But recovering below the ledge seems to have 3 frames. We do for sure in some situations that maybe the criteria isn't fully fleshed out, but for sure we do have 3 frames of ledge grab before it connects. Frames 1, 2, 3, snap. So this is something to consider, because basically in Ultimate we may be looking at a 3-frame window instead of a 2-frame in order to punish. So again, that wouldn't really go against the spirit of Ultimate, getting rid of stocks quicker, but it also seems a little inconsistent just with the data that we have. And unfortunately all we really have is the Direct from last month, because that was on a different build, as we noticed before. So none of the other footage is really available to help us gain more information from this. But, let me know what you think. Um, no, really, like let me know what you think because this is kind of confusing me. It doesn't quite seem to follow any pattern that I want to put it in, but it's definitely worth thinking about. All right, well, that's all for me. Grace and Glory out.